Episode 38 of Rubber Down. Binny, I'm still up here in Queensland. Coming home soon, so we're still on the laptop. Man, a lot has happened, but not happened at the same time. It wasn't a very big racing weekend, but there's a lot coming up in the World Finals. But of course, today's episode is brought to you by Eliminator Race Wings. Get all your Sprintcar wings, Formula 500 wings around the Australian country. Oh, that's a bad start. Sorry, guys, I'm tired. But, Binny, up the top there, Rubber Down. A wing panel. Give us the wing panels that we got done. Oh, look at the big one, see? Reppin'. All right, thank you. So that is wicked. That is a real front wing panel of a sprint car from Eliminator Race Wing, guys. And thanks to Jamie from Pinnacle Graphics for stickering them up for us. We've got a little spill here. He's a local vehicle wrap and PPF film shop based in Minchery for all your motorsport fleet and colour change. So thanks, Jamie, for that. That is wicked, man. They look awesome. And Binny, where's your one? Give us a bit of the bin chicken. Rubber down. So try and explain to me how heavy they are. Like, they're proper, eh? Like, look at that little Binny.
Yeah, they're proper.
It's the side of a sprint car front wing. Like, that's what they are. Yeah. So we have total 3 of each design available. I don't know what we're going to do with them yet, but we've got 1 each, obviously, we'll keep forever, and then there's 3 each that maybe I don't know what we'll do with them. If people want them and you watch the pod, reach out to me. I don't know, we'll work it out, but I'm probably not just going to ship that in the post because that costs me an arm and a leg. But maybe if I'm around at a track or something, we'll get it going. But yeah, Binny, so thanks so much to Jamie and Pinnacle Graphics and, of course, Eliminator Race Wings for our major sponsor of the pod, still cranking. But yeah, man, so the talking point here, Binny, is on the weekend I was at Toowoomba, rained out, wonderful. No sprint cars hit the track at all. It was all late models and big block modifieds. And yeah, so that rained out, that sucked. But you went to Sydney, Western Sydney Speedway on the Friday night, thanks to Mitch and the team there for letting Binny roll in there and check it out. And you were sending me messages, sending me clips while you were there on the Friday night while I was up here. And just explain it, I guess, we got your video and we put that together. But on the ground, like, what is it a positive vibe? Do you really think we're going to get good, not good, but get our racing back going there?
Look, I definitely think we're going to get racing back. And just walking through the pits, just everyone was stopping me and they're like, hey, Speedway's back in Sydney. And I was like, yep, Speedway's back in Sydney. I'm like, and just rolling in there, like 10 minutes from home, it was just awesome. And then when the sprint cars finally got out there and got their first laps, watching them, I was like, yeah, this is cool. I can't wait to have cars back here. But yeah, real positive vibe around there. A few changes to what it used to be. The corners are a lot more banked. You can see it.
More banked?
Yeah, I would say they're more banked.
Are you 100% sure? Because they were pretty banked.
I reckon they're more banked. It may be because of the way they've made the infield now, because it's a lot smoother down on that sort of basically where the cars would roll around normally or get push started. But it is banked, and like it. Mitch was saying that it's not wider, but man, does it look wider than what it used to be. Like the corners look like you can fit more cars through there the way they are. But yeah, it was awesome to be back there, and even just to see some of the other categories that rocked up. Like I think there was something like 13 or 14 street stockers that rocked up. One of the V8 dirt modifieds rocked up. I forgot how good they sound when they go around the track. But yeah, I'm excited, and I can't wait to see their first event there. I think November 22nd, if I'm correct. And they've already got ticket prices and stuff up, so that's cool. But yeah, I can't wait to have sprint cars back in Sydney and ripping around our home track.
Well, so the 22nd is an event. They said sprint cars are on it, but I think they're still working out with the New South Wales Club what is going down. So this sprint car, for them running, it's probably just going to be an exhibition of them cutting laps, or I guess it's not an event for sprint cars. So let's put that straight out there, right? They're not promoting sprint cars, they're saying shakedown. And what I think they're going to do there is, hopefully, because there's not much racing besides Toowoomba on the 22nd, there might be some stuff down south. I have to double check. But for that region of how we had the Canberra and Dubbo, I don't think there is. And maybe these Sydney teams might go, hey, if it's a shakedown, let's go and check this place out. And then I think if they get laps on it, and let's say it comes to a vote again, if they're comfortable with how the track looks and feels and they're driving on it, I think the vote will go, we want to race. I don't think it'll come down to prize money and everything they were talking about, because they went to Dubbo and raced for $2,500. I'm sorry, that's just and if you're in the business of sprint car racing for prize money, we all know that's ludicrous. So I think people are at that point now where we've had our arguments, we've had our battles. This is positive. I mean, there is word out that it wasn't a great relationship at the start between the management and the club, and that's why it's been delayed again. But I mean, at the end of the day, if we start getting laps ripping in there, people in the crowd, we're going to forget about this time. It's just you know what I mean? No different to when Sydney International was ripper. We forgot all the shit that happened the week before. But then when it was bad, it was always lit up. Now, I do want to say, kudos to them. We always say, that the old management were just trying to make as much money as possible on every event and charging premium price for a non-sprint car show. But here, they got the show on the 26th, 6 different classes, and sprint car, they're calling it pre-season testing again. But $20 to get in. That's pretty sick. So,
pretty good.
For me, I see the $20 as all the people that, let's say it's not a big crowd, but every one of those family members or friends or cousins or the people that are going to race, $20 is great. If it was me and my partner, we could both go and it was $40. But last season, just to watch sprint cars, or not even sprint cars, $40 for one person. Just didn't add up, and I don't think it ever will. Now, I don't know. I can't tell anyone what the prices are going to be for the sprint cars. I'm going to say 30, maybe 40. I don't know. But I guess they got to start at a point where it's getting people back. So you got to start low. And kids 12 to 6, 16, $10, pensioners 15, and kids under 12 free. If you're going to make it a family night, you're trying to get them to buy food there to spend their money, not getting in the gate. You need them in the gate first. So I'm all for this. Now, I don't know the logistics of how they got to run it and shit like that, but this is cool, and it feels more Speedway vibe to me now. It is, unfortunately, 2025. You can't go with prices at Parramatta bloody 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, like everyone on social media cries about. But yeah, well, hopefully, it goes good, and the one thing I'll say to me is just, from your videos, bro, it was hard to gauge, which is videos. But until we see sprint car racing, we're not going to know how it really is. Hot laps and shit doesn't matter. I mean, until we get 4 heat races in and we go, well, that's never going to go up there, or, well, we're definitely going to get to the wall. Now, the big things I did see, the infield was flat now, matching with it, and they only had cones there. I don't know what they're going to do there, but that just raised alarms bell for me. It's everyone, if it goes shit, they're just going to be rolling the infield. So I don't know what they're going to do there. I don't think they can run the track tyres anymore. They don't allow it in Australia, I think that is. So the white line, but who knows? Hopefully the track's fast enough. No one's on the bottom. They don't care. But then there was also, I seen other things like fire crew safety. They weren't sure with the concrete guards, or the media, for example. Right now it's sort of well, it's wide open in the middle. So, we'll still see. And I think this show on the 22nd, I think is a big shakedown. And it's probably, to me, I'm probably more excited that they didn't just try and run sprint cars first night. Because there's so sprint cars. What sprint cars do to a racetrack, bro? Like they destroy racetracks if you're not ready. Like a real quick.
Yeah.
Where I think if we have a positive night where these guys are running and all these drivers and different classes are positive, like why not, man? Like send it. Now they are again trying to get the back gate. A lot of divisions here. Hopefully it runs smooth, but a lot of these classes don't do qualifying and that, so it's just straight up race and send it. But yeah, it's only so far. It's only been positive. I mean, we didn't go there, like when I say we, like when we talked about you going there, it wasn't like Binny go there and make it look and sound good. It was like no, Binny, like we want to go there to see what's going on and be fair to England. Like if you're pumped up about it, it's not a bad thing. It's like you're a sprint car fan, bro. Like you want to see sprint cars back, and if there's bits of promising, you're always going to take that. Then what you could go there and go, oh, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit. But like, what do you like? If you just wouldn't go there if that was your attitude. Now, I did see one thing: the flag guy Binny in the back of the side fence. Do you reckon that'll stay? Has to, eh?
I don't know whether it will stay, but I recorded that because I was like, that's cool. I love the flag guy being up there.
I don't know if that is going to stay. It's pretty red hot because, one, whoever built the bloody speedway put the stairs the wrong way, so he has to run into a car running into him if it's coming at him at 100 mile an hour. But a lot of drivers last season did complain. They could not see the flaggy whatsoever. So something needs to change there. I don't know if the money's been spent to get the digital ones, but it doesn't sound like that's happening. So yeah, I think there's a lot of things like that, but if it gets going and shit isn't happening bad and the track's not too bad, I think that'll work itself out, like more sponsors will come on board. People will start to, I'll shout you a flag stand, I'll shout you. I think that's just how the Speedway community works, really. Well, I hope it still does. It sounded like it used to be like that. But yeah, it's really promising. I think they're still marking that 3rd of January is a big show. Now, it's going to be a lot of Queensland teams coming back from Speed Week, or if teams head over early, like the WA teams, but I doubt it because they're doing their Speed Week and stuff like that. So I think it'll just the 3rd of January Power Tour will be a few of the Speed Week guys. I don't know. I just think like a lot of teams will need to see it race a lot more before they 100% commit, because the Power Tour isn't a sign up like Speed Week. It's just a start up thing. So whatever the case is, I so want to be there on the 3rd. I'll probably I really want to be there on the 3rd. So that'll be cool, and then get that all moving. And either way, just like you said, bro, sprint car racing and. Unless we do it, you're never going to know what the place is capable of. Like, so
exactly.
We just got to send it and be there, and races have got to show up. Like, it's like, I'm sorry, like I love Canberra, but like that track hasn't raced good in the last few times. And Canberra's trying. Like, I love it. Look, I have heard Canberra are going to try change the track a bit and make a bit of different infield, so like it's not as bad, and like for when they're racing if it goes to the bottom. But hey, you can't slack them for trying. Like, I'm not here to say that, but what I'm saying is they're getting these events into Canberra's getting these shows where they're only collecting data right now. We can't just pull the rug away from them and go, oh no, you've had 2 rubber down shows back to back, sorry. Like, that's no good. Like, and this is why I think if Sydney first night goes rubber down or something, like, what? I mean, I'm all for it. I don't care. But, like, everyone is straight away. Like, even on Outpost we did, bro. Like, there was so much negativity still. And I was like, bro, like, do you want a Speedway? Like, just don't go then. Let everyone else enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, far out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's why one thing, like, just when we agreed, like, to try to get you there and stuff, because I was away, it was like, no, just fucking go and check it out, bro. So that was cool, and I'm happy you went and had some fun, and it's always fun being at the Speedway. I was dirty and small, but it rained out. I was so ready, eh? Like, it was promising night. It was a good field, and Toowoomba's doing a lot, like, to really upgrade their Speedway. Like, the new Mount Max they're trying to do is going to be mega. Yeah, so it was a long crowd.
They can't call it Mount Max.
No,
they've got to change.
They're going to call it Mount Max, you muppet.
Mount Lockie?
No, that would turn some spinners. What about whoever won the Australian title first year is named after them? Because it's their first Australian title.
Yeah.
That'd be
Or
here we go, Mount Binny. I'm waiting for it.
No. I don't want Mount Binny.
Oh, is that right?
I want him. Nah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, think about your bloody name of your stupid mountain. All right, so on the weekend, besides that, Avalon got rained out, but instead of cancelling the event, they postponed it to the night before Max's race on the 12th of November. So Avalon will be Friday, the 12th of November, and Max's race is still December. So the 12th of December is now Friday night, Avalon, and the 13th of December is Max's race at Premier Speedway Warrnambool. That's cool. That's gonna be a ripper show at both. I think it's always a big one. It's a perfect spot to put it on. Instead of losing a night, just adapt. So good job to the team at Avalon. Canberra went ahead, ran it. I didn't see much of footage really at all of the place. I did hear that it got a bit single-laney again. Jackson Delamo got the win, Daniel Say second, and Ashton Manith again in the 360 got a third. So that was cool, and he was the only guy. I'm not sure if Munro ran at ACT, but he was the only one practicing at Sydney, giving it a go, and then drove down to Canberra. So good on to that team. And another club show where a 360 prevails at a different style of track, and he's getting some good laps in. So I wonder when they put him in the big 410 and he gets to send it on its way. But yeah, that was about it from the action on the weekend, besides the World Finals, which we'll get in later, and I want to talk about Outlaws and High Limit and stuff like that. But preview show we're all waiting for is, mate, this weekend. The King of Wings is big at the Plex. Like, I think just entering the Australian champ J-Mac and the Madman into that mix now, plus Ryan Newton in the current car. Like, it's the best field we've had at the Plex so far this season. And you're pretty pumped up about this, aren't you, Binny?
Yeah, I'm dirty. I'm not going to be over there. It's going to be cool. And Heater Design dropped the new livery for the number one tonight.
Looks sick,
and that looks mega.
For people on the pod, instead of like me like trying to edit this, I'll just do this. Oh, there we go. He's actually standing in front of it. There you go.
Yeah, that looks mega.
The gradient, it looks sick.
Yeah, so that's going to be cool. And Kerry back over. Yeah, and then Newton over there as well. Like, it's going to be an awesome weekend.
Yeah. 10 grand a win, bro. 10 G's.
Yeah.
Frank Scardifield again is delivering what he does for the Western Australia Sprintcar scene and the series and all of around the country too. Like, he was up at Darwin sponsoring stuff earlier in the year, like heat races and stuff. But yeah, so who's your pick, Binny? Who's your pick for the weekend at the Plex?
It's hard to go past J-Mac, and I know you're going to give me grief for always going number one and all this, but it's hard to go past J-Mac. But I've got a top three, so I've got J-Mac, Kerry Madsen, Kingshot.
Mate, I'm surprised you left Cow out there. You're normally all over Cow for a top three.
Yeah, sorry, Cal.
Sorry, Cow. Well, I'm going to do a bit of opposite then to you. I will go no order in particular. I'm going to say opposite to last year, Diamond Bay come out red hot. Last year they were a bit slow, right? But I'm saying he's been running Outlaws, been running on the Tony Stewart. He's race ready, like Kerry Madsen, and hopefully Diamond Bay now, it's their second year together. They're ready to go with what Kerry's used to. They're going to go out. I think he's a top three. Cow's been ripping. He'll get in the top three. And Ryan Newton in the current car. That current car set quick time with Michael Pickens last year. Pickens was always around the pointy end at the Plex. And Newton back from America, send it. So that's my top three.
Okay.
But it is very hard to leave out the king himself, Dan Kingshot. He always shows up for this event. So I think we've got a good... It's going to be, I think, the best race at the Plex so far this season. With the top five, anyone can win. Where lately it's sort of been like a two-horse race. And I would not be counting out like the 2 and the 3 definitely. But those other 3, like, it should be. And you know who else has been fast but just not there? is Kendrick as well. I'm repping him tonight,
Yep.
Jace. But I just think like he's had a few things that go, and I think he's going to be just outside that top 5. He's been one of those cars that I think has really come fold this year. So it'll be sick. It's going to be a good event. I am spewing. Maybe we've got to change up our plan. Instead of going Powerpalooza, we go to this one as our first Perth trip. Because it seems like Sprintcar racing is ready now. Like, we're in it now. The season's here. J-Mac's back now. Kerry Madsen's back. Ryan Newton's back from America. Like, all the American people ready. All the teams running. McHugh's been ripping. Goodyear's been ripping. Hallett's been ripping. Like, I feel like everyone's just getting their shit sorted, and now we're ready to go. Now, I did have some word, Binny. Some of the Diamond Bay boys are upset with us.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I was talking to some of the boys the other day, and I think we just forgot about Kerry on high limit. I'm going to put my hand up. Because we didn't have him in our top 10 at all, which is rough.
Oh, yeah.
So the boys messaged me and like, so this is how it went, right? So they were telling me the other day, listen to your pod, we're no chance to make top 10, eh? And I said, hang on a second. I didn't say you're no chance. He goes, well, didn't get a mention. And I'm like, to be honest, I think I just forgot. But Kerry Madsen, like, you know what I mean? We forgot, surely.
It's quite hard to rattle off 10 drivers, and, like, you're not looking at a screen with all the drivers on it. Like,
but
I feel like we need, like,
that was the night we did the Americans, and I think we're just thinking all Americans.
Yeah, I think if for high limits, we need, like, for the preview for high limits this year, I think we need, like, a little spotter card so you can see all the cars and all the drivers.
My Mike, if things go to plan and you're able to get there, you will be there, my guy. You will be red hot on the ground, ripping and sending it. So I can't wait for that. Hopefully we can work that out. Binny on the ground at the Plex for high limit.
Catch me at the cast.
Catch me. Oh, I'm barred. I'm done.
Cut off.
Yeah. No transactions allowed. I'm done. But yeah, so this weekend, Scardifield Smash Repair, King of Wings, is always one of the marquee Perth events of the year. One of their biggest paying, besides High Limit, obviously, and the Barbagallo and the Cricky Boys. So I'd say it's like their next tier up than their normal event this weekend. It'll be a smacker crowd.
It's a blue ribbon event for them.
Yeah, and it's meant to be like beautiful weather. So like perfect, I think, like 24 degrees, sun shining. And then, this weekend also, Binny, down in Murray Bridge is the SA Sprint Car title and Speed Car title. So that'd be a cool event. And I don't know, just Murray Bridge and the car counts lately just haven't been crash hot like I used to. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, around 20 cars. For Murray Bridge now, there's a few Queensland people travelling, like Randy, Morgan, Kins of Claridge, Daniel and Menz, Lockie McHugh, Brock Hallett. He's always an SA car though. But yeah, these teams are just slowly heading down there for Adelaide 500. So there's racing down there next weekend, and then a few days before. If I'm not wrong, I think the Tolma event's on next week too, because there's even going to be a lot of Perth teams there, like doing these events as well. So Borderline and Sprint Car Showdown. Yeah, so Sunday 23rd of November, there's a Sprint Car show on at Tolma. So there'll definitely be one on the 22nd somewhere. I don't know if it's Murray Bridge again or Borderline. Mount Gambier, where the Australian Sprint Car title is.
That'll get a big car count, surely.
Borderline? Oh, Borderline will, surely, because, it's a very important laps. So Borderline is the 22nd of November and Tolma is the 23rd. Because they go from Borderline to Tolma to Adelaide 500. So, it's all happening, Binny. There's racing every weekend now. Like, even midweek shit with Napa. Then we got Speed Week, High Limit. Then it's like Toowoomba. Then it's Classic and all the presidents. Like, it's going to be over before we blink. It's right now, sprint car racing in Australia is packing some power and heat. Now, this weekend, the big some of the big names at Murray Bridge are Brock Hallett, Lockie McHugh. Where else was I looking? Daniel Pescar, Menz, T-Mez, Thomas Mesrol is still rocking there. Matt Eagle. You got you guys like Scott Endell, Ricky Mayolos, Parker Scott, Ryan Jones can get around. Kinsey Claridge made the trip. Bradley Vaughan, that young goer, he's a goer. I like him a lot. And Luke Stoyer as well. Yep. So, yeah, I think it'll be a good show. But just right now, in the form he's in, you're looking at Brock Howard and Lockie McHugh there, I think. Brock's picked up very well this year, a lot faster than what he was running last year this time. So the Q5 and the NQ7, I think, are the two hard ones to not pick at Murray Bridge. What do you think?
Yeah, I sort of changed my mind since we spoke pre-stream about this. So I'm going Pesca, Matt Eagle, and then I'm going to go Kinzer.
Claridge? Nice.
Yeah. So, I'm going them three.
That's
just a bit of a vibe. Yeah, that's my top three.
I'm gonna pull a U then. Are you ready? I'm gonna pick the faves, but I do have a roughie for my top three. Not a roughie. I'm gonna take that back. He's definitely not a roughie. I'm gonna go Hallett McHugh either way, and my guy to get in there is Luke Stoyer.
Okay. Yeah.
S98, that's a South Australian team car. He's been quick this season. And you can't count out Ryan Jones at Murray Bridge, bro. Come on. Jonesy can get around there, so that's cool. But, man, that's all the Australian stuff really at the moment. We're going to have loads to talk about from this weekend onwards. Probably like around the 22nd, that we got Adelaide. I'm going to be on the ground everywhere. So I'm going to be sending shit for you to post. I'm going to be posting. I'll be trying to do as many interviews as I can while I'm down and on the ground. But yeah, it's Sprintcar racing time in Australia. But I guess we're at the sort of halfway, but we're trying to finish quick. Outlaws finished this weekend, Binny. David Gravel, back-to-back champion. I called it how many months ago? I don't know, when Logan Stewart and Macedo crashed at Williamsgrove, like freaking 5 months ago, but Outlaws need to do something different. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is because Rico even showed up there and spanked him night one. Now, I will say though, right, David Gravel's drive in night two, it was like the whole front of both features were higher limit guys. And I was like, look at this. The Outlaw guys, what are they doing? They're getting spanked again. David Gravel started like 7th, nowhere to be found, and I'm like, the whole half of the second night feature, it was just Outlaw guys, high limit guys. Side job, Mark, Rico, Corey Day, and it's like, it was a high limit, fest. And out of nowhere, and Donnie was on. Donnie come back, was driving through the middle like a gun, and I'm like, come on, Donnie, let's go. But then David Gravel just started hunting down Rico, and it looked like Rico's car just was failing. Like, not fail, just getting worse as the race going on. I don't know if it was the tyre or whatever, or cheating the cushion or something, I don't know, but he just didn't look comfortable. And then David Gravel, that drive to me was like, hey, it gave me the itch of like, I'd love to be watching David Gravel versus Rico every week. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, I think that's the type of race we would get, a Rico leading or David Gravel leading and then the guys coming, you know what I mean? And I think Rico really winning the first night really stamped how great of a year he's had. Now, they didn't have it easy. Like, they had that big point lead, about 70-point lead, and they went to, like, Port Royal and that and shit the bed, and they were struggling, and then they only had, like, a 6-point lead coming out of it, and the championship was still on, where they were, like, probably by then should have, like, cruised home if they had a good weekend there. And then you got to feel for Reitzel again. Like, he goes away and just he was winning this weekend for powery stuff, I think. He's still struggling with that foot. He's limping. He still is struggling. Yeah. Like, doesn't look like it's going as good as he wants. So he's still coming to Australia, and hopefully, it starts to get better for him, because I think he lost the championship because of that injury. He was so close to him, man. Like, Like, so it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda, but you can't take any away from Rico Abreu Racing and the whole year they've had. But watching him show up and dominate that first night, it's like, yeah, well, what a year he's had, eh? Like, he is the national champ. And then David Gravel's second night, I was like, probably the best driver I've seen from Gravel all year. Like, for me, like, watching it, because we've rarely seen David Gravel go up against high limit guys besides Eldora. Because it's like he doesn't pick to go to these races, but they only get to pick 4 each year, which I think is the dumbest thing ever. Like, I absolutely hate that. Like, you guys signed to the series. You don't have to threaten him to being banned. Yeah. I get they want the name around and they don't want the Outlaw guys bumping up the high limit shows, but they got to do something different because the charter system, like we talked about last week, like the Outlaws, how many winners they had. Yeah, I know it's history, but man, they got to revive it. It's just so stale for me right now. I don't know if it's the formats or, like, again, you can't take it away from David Gravel and his team. They're on the road how many days a year, being the absolute best. No wonder they win, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if they're going to keep drivers in their series, they're going to have to change it. Like, you can't tell me if they change it to a playoff system, you get guys like Brent Marks, Tanner Thorson, probably like a Brad Sweet might run it again, come out of it, or you will get guys where it's like, you saying I only got to get one win to try win a championship, be in contention. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, like, those other guys aren't going to beat Rico Abreu all year. Or, you know what I mean? Where, like, you can't tell me the year Buddy had he didn't deserve to maybe win a championship too. He's had a killer season. Like, it would have literally been Buddy versus Gravel anyway. I just think they're two of the front runners now, but it's hard because you see the purists go, no, it needs to be on the road because these guys are on the road 24/7. They don't want it to be a circus and they're used to that, but I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I just think it's so stale. I just think even like how they market it or put it on social media, it's like we're just seeing the same thing over and over and over. And I love the Outlaws, but I'm just saying where I'm at. I'm like, it doesn't intrigue me. Like watching an Outlaw event doesn't compare to watching a high limit event. And what I mean is the format. The format is just too. Is like, the fastest always are going to win the night. Well, I know it sounds weird, but anyway, I could dribble all night. I just think entertainment value. It's just not as. It's more a purist. Like, you're going to sit there and just the best are going to win tonight. It's like there's no chance of an underdog winning an Outlaw show now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I getcha.
Like, who won it from memory? Who won an Outlaw show this year besides Dave Blaney? That was out of control. Like, who else was like an underdog that won an Outlaw show this year?
Underdog that won an Outlaw? I can't even think of one.
I hope someone listening to the podcast can tell me, but I reckon it's Dave Blaney. All the rest was just the standards. The same guys.
Put a comment below.
Put a comment in below and hit the like button. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that's maybe just I'm a bit grumpy tonight. I'm tired. I'm being a bit feisty. Not being so positive, but I don't know. Just old grumpy Codes in his pink shirt having a beer. Piss off. But yeah, so that anyway, the World Finals, again, the track looked dusty as shit. I think Sydney looked like a pleasure dome compared to that. But that's just what Charlotte is. It always is that way. But a few changes going into the rest of the next year. Like, there's one talking point was obviously Tanner Holmes getting the full-time ride with the 13, the Bush Motorsport. I think that's a great opportunity. I mean, he's ready to go. He's got a great fan base with all his social media and what he does. It was only time. Like, that little stint he had in the Jacob Allen car was cool. With Bobby Allen and that. So, I think he showed he could hold his own, in some big races. And I think now consistently, Dathan Pursley showed that later in that year that car could win and compete with the high limit guys. But yeah, the talking point from the weekend was Spencer Basin looked gangster in that 17. Like, he was moving. I think he had all top fives from all three shows. Him and his crew chief got that thing moving. Like he looked really good for my liking. And Corey Day is just sickening to watch. He's so good. Like, come on, man. Like, he is so good. Like, you just want him to run a national series again. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. He's so good. Like, he's probably one of the most naturalist sprint car drivers you've seen. I know sometimes the track has to go his way, but man, I always feel like it doesn't matter what type of track is on, he can put it where he wants and send it. It's so good to watch. Like, and he throws a slider. He don't give a shit. Like, he'll put it on your nose. But yeah, so weekend talking about was Tanner Holmes' first new ride. They're going high limit racing again. Spencer Basin in the 17. I'm not 100% sure if they've committed to Outlaws or high limit. I don't know yet. Gio Selzy, who knows what he's going to be in. There's talks that he's got something lined up, but we don't know. Tyler Courtney's going to be back in the N7, or the N7, whatever, NOS 7. But it seems like there's going to be like 8 NOS cars. Now, speaking of NOS, big one was Sheldon Huntershood. It was an end of an era. Like, he was NOS Binny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an end of an era for NOS and Sheldon. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the whole time I've sort of been diehard following World of Outlaws and stuff. He's been in the NOS car. So yeah, a bit of a shame. Hopefully, you're still going to see the NOS car out there with someone in it, but yeah, it's lots of change in both series, really. And then you've got Kerry Madsen as well, who's announced he's running.
Yep.
Which series he runs is the question. What are your thoughts there on where he goes?
I'll say Outlaws. He's done it before. I think he's had success. Like, Kerry's that old, like an older guy. Like, I don't mean the age, obviously.
You call him old?
No, not the age. I just mean purist. Like, he's been on an outlaw tour. I just see him being an outlaw. Do you know what I mean? Like, he raced against the best, beat the best, and he's still capable of beating the best now. You know what I mean? So I just think Outlaws for him. That's my vibe. Would love to see him on either. I don't care. But what are you picking now, Binny? Me personally, if you go to sign up for a series, what are you doing? Are you going to high limit just because it's high limit in the charter, or do you want to try to run top 5 in Outlaw series?
I'm a Larson fangirl, so I'll be going high limits because that's where he shows up.
You got to beat him. You can't just like kiss him all the time and shit.
Yeah. I'll beat him. We'll be on the podium together every time, but
yeah. So that's that really. Binny loves his ass and that's standard. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. Look, there is going to be a lot of change this year. I think they're still not done with announcement, teams dropping, drivers changing. I did see that Torgerson are going full-time with the Outlaws in the Jacob Allen car, so that's cool. They're back on the road, and I thought he had a good year. That's a good combo. I think he'll sneak some wins this season with the Outlaws coming up, but don't know if he'll be pushing for a championship. That's the next level. Do you see... Oh, sorry, I was going to say, I see David Gravel going 3 in a row.
I agree with that statement. But one thing I want to raise from World Finals is if you haven't, go to Ryan Timms' Instagram and have a look at the video of them going 4 wide and the fireworks going off. It is just the coolest video. And I think a couple of drivers were all doing it with their phones in the car. But that is wicked. And I'm sorry, Australia's piss weak because we don't let that happen. You wouldn't allow cars on the track because of safety and all that stuff. But that is cool the way they did that.
It was pretty sick. America, bro. America. All right, well, that's let's try to finish it there, everyone. Sorry if it's a bit shorter, but we ramble on for too long sometimes. And bit of a shorter show today, but again, we didn't mention, whoa, Binny, hold down. We didn't mention BK today. BK Performance of the Weekend. We didn't mention him. BK Racing Performance Products is our second sponsor. Thank you so much to Brendan and the team there at BK. Sorry about that. Whoa. And we didn't have Eliminator on the screen today. I am off chops. Sorry, Frank. But Eliminator, I'm going to get you up now because I changed file. But, so the one thing I will say though, Binny, is moment of the weekend, I'm going to say, is from my Outlaw watching, and it was David Gravel's drive on night 2. It was so good. I just thought it was one of those moments where I even remembered or just felt like, hey, he is the best in the world right now. Like, I mean, I'm going to say that. He is. Like, the best in the world is David Gravel and that team right now. After all that drive really showed me, like, damn, man. I know he parked it in the fence night 3 and stepped on you know what. Well, that's what I've seen. But, was there any moments from the weekend over anything you watched or seen that was your BK moment of the weekend?
Well, mine is actually going to be a group.
A group?
So I'm giving mine to the guys at Western Sydney Speedway.
Oh, cool.
The competitors that showed up at the practice night because, hey, sometimes you need to dig in and help one another and get things going again. And I think that's what they did on that practice night. In the end, you need to trial and test things before you can get it perfect. My performance of the week goes to them. And fingers crossed, it's the change in the wind that Sydney needs, and we can start being positive from here on out.
Yeah, that's sick, bro. I like that. That's good, Binny. Yeah. That is good.
Straight from the heart.
That was really good, bro. That was cool. Look at you go. You've changed your stripes.
Mate.
Haven't you? That was good. I'm clicking everything here. I'm tired, but of course, thanks to Frank from Eliminator Racewing. Sorry I didn't have it on the whole time. I'm knackered and I've just changed everything here. But of course, Binny, thank you for your time, brother. I do appreciate it. What we're trying to build here is very special. And of course, thanks to Jamie from Pinnacle Graphics. They look sick, and Eliminator. They are gangster. I don't know what we're going to do with the other 3 yet. We have of each, but we'll see. All right, so cheers, everyone. Good luck to all the competitors and stay safe this week. And episode 38 done and dusted. Chew!